シャタウンで一番のおすすめスポットといえば、もちろんスペランザですね。騙されたと思って食べに行ってみてください。母ちゃんの腕は期待を裏切りませんよ。
冒険者たちが活躍するのにぴったりな場所だと思いません？
やっぱりモコモコタジュにしよう。スネージ内に荷を運べるし、毛も埋めるだろう。
図鑑を見たいんですか？もちろんいいですよ。私の自信作なんです。挿絵も全部自分で描いたんですよ。
なんだよ、最近はどこも仕事が多いって話なのに、俺んとこには全然来ねえぞ。
ここは冒険者たちが活躍するのにぴったりな場所だと思いません？
やっぱりモコモコタジュにしよう。スネージ内に荷を運べるし、毛も埋めるだろうね。なんだよ、最近はどこも仕事が多いって話なのに、俺んとこには全然来ねえぞ。
ここは冒険者たちが活躍するのにぴったりな場所だと思います。
やっぱりモコモコタジュにしよう。スネージ内まで荷を運べるし、毛も埋めるだろうね。なんだ、最近はどこも仕事が多いって話なのに、俺んとこには全然来ねえぞ。
ルミって可愛いでしょ。でもキラキラしたものを持ってたら飲み込まれちゃうんで気をつけてくださいね。そうなったら戻ってこないかもしれませんから。
ぜひ食べてみて。北の地ではめったに見られない品種も揃ってるわ。
この偉大なる力は神誕のため。
手加減なしよ。はっ、口封じは任せたからね。
聞け、太陽の本当を。弱小万物。
よっと
鎮圧。
絶にめよう、契約を果たせ。
奮起。空上を焼き尽くす。
さあ働きなさい。
来客。
じゃあ行くよ。どれどれ。 手加減なしよ。
初走浄化。防衛重枠昇格。そんなはず。
じゃあ行くよ。絶に寝よう。契約を果たせ。
この天下で裁く。また失うなんて。
Oh, God damn it. I wanted to do the one that my cursor was actually over. Thank you for auto-selecting the one right next to it. I shouldn't have fought this one before, so I'm going to go kill it to waste the rest of my resin today.
手加減なしよ。
撃て撃て撃て死ね。
じゃあ行くよ。さあ働きなさい。シトラリリッツパパ。
聞け太陽の方向を。せせ
撃て分け山の地。
手加減なしよ。悪用の力を思い知りなさい。
この天下で裁く。浮上を焼きつ
風が立つぞ。ロックオンロックオン。
I guess I'll pick this. I guess I'll stay with these characters for now. I'm not sure what combat's going to be like. So rather than do my friendship team... Oh, actually, wait. No, I guess I'll swap my friendship team to accept this. Make sure my... Oh, I guess I could pull from Nicole, too, but I don't want... I want to focus today mostly on actually doing the story.
星とし無事今日の依頼を。星と深淵。
Ah, shit. 40 minutes until that resets. Okay, so I was going to try to do that at the end before I log out. Yeah, I mean, I could do this team. This team would be kind of good. The problem is I just don't know what we're going to be fighting against. So this is a generic team that works for everything. I have a Claymore user in case we need to destroy something, Geoconstructs or something like that, or anything with a sort of shield. I have Shillinan, who's also Geo, which should help with that a little bit. Casca, who can float. Like, this is a good team, but they're all Catalyst users. So if there's anything you need to actually destroy, then you're kind of screwed. Oh, actually, shit. Maximum currency, goddamn it, I didn't pop into the, I didn't pop in yesterday. Actually, I probably didn't pop in for 2 days then, because I think you only get max currency after, like, 2.5 days of stuff. Yeah, it's harder for me to remember. Before, it was like, oh, I always had furniture up. So the furniture I think it would always, like, let you know, oh, by the way, you have furniture. Come collect your furniture. When you're on the mini-map. When you're, like, we're looking at the map, it would give you a little notifications, like, you had furniture up. But because I have made 6 of every single furniture, most of my stuff is actually ready, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay. So, Ravan Rivet, which is here? No, down here. Okay, let's pop it back in. It is actually a little crazy, too, because, like, this... I thought that this wasn't... I noticed that this... Like, I was going to try to teleport here to elsewhere. Like, in the middle of the story, I was like, oh, shit, I need to do something. So I was trying to, like, go elsewhere. And then I realized, wait a minute, I can't... There's no triangle to open up the other zones. And then I'm like, wait a minute, there's no teleports at all. I thought I had maybe been zoomed out. But I'm like, oh, no. Because you're zoomed out a lot, you can't see, so... But even zoomed in, there's no teleports. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh, this is an instance area, which is weird because normally, if they put you in like a little instance area, they like put a barrier around it. So it's like, oh, okay, we put you in this instance, and now there's just going to be a barrier around the city, so that you have to, so that you can't leave it. So it is kind of tempting to see if there really is no barrier, right? It's not on the map. So it's possible there actually isn't one. So it's possible you could actually, like, literally travel through all of Teyvat. You know, it's possible they loaded the entire map and just disabled who knows what. Like, it'd be tempting to try to, like, zip into Sumeru or, like, Fontaine and see if NPCs are there. Actually, one second, I need to go to the bathroom, be right back.
呼吸は安定している。治癒効果のあるお香を調合したけど、効果は薄いみたいだ。生命反応も依然として微弱なままだよ。君の情報を踏まえると、原因は世界樹の影響に加え、急激な力の減衰によって体内の元素力は通常一定の速度で流れている。体はそのリズムに慣れているんだ。でも
地脈と似た理屈か。過度な負荷や枯渇は、
生物学的な観点から言えば、力を酷使した代償は
回復させる方法は。地脈には強力な自己回復力があって、詰まりや汚染を取り除けばすぐに。
それについて話す前に一つ厄介な問題があるんだ。宗神様の力を取り戻すに、
ティナリ師匠とセノさんの表情、
ティナリ。
They're just speaking at a fast pace, so that's pretty easy to understand. Although I guess
先生、それに
they did talk about like physiological symptoms between, and it's like if you aren't super familiar about any of this stuff, it would be crazy.
少し背が伸びたか、それとも耳が伸びたのか。
前者であってほしいよ、バラーズリー先
セナ、あんたの先生は一緒じゃん。
先生は世界樹の異常は近いうちに現実世界。
いい年して相変わらずじっとしていられないのだな。
この人たちは。
ちょうどいい。この機会、旅人とパイモン、この二人については語るまでもないだろう。こっちの面々と私を含めたのが現在の教令院における六大賢者だよ。私とバラーズ、スパンタマット学院の賢者アルキンディ、クシャレワー学院の賢者フィルナス、ルタワヒスト学院の賢者シャキ。
こんにちは。
お噂は金がね、ようやくお目にかかれました。
想像していたよりも若いな。事態が落ち着いたら一緒に写真を撮ってもらえないかな。娘の友達にイザークって子がいて、よく君たちの話をしているんだ。
I'm saying, it doesn't sound familiar at all.
もちろんいいぞ。
I mean, maybe kind of familiar, but I don't remember Isaac. Hey. And then again, it's also been a long time since Sumeru. Sumeru's been like 3 years. Yeah, it's been... Since Sumeru, there was Fontaine, Natlan, and now Nogcry. So that's 3 zones. Each zone happening every year. So it depends if Isaac is someone who we met during our Sumeru times, or if maybe there was a follow-up event where he popped up. You know, kind of like when Nefer's event took, or during Nefer's patch, the patch where Nefer was introduced, we had another Sumerian event. So there could have been another instance like that where we didn't necessarily meet Isaac as part of the story, the Archon quest, but he might have been a world quest in later zones, or appeared in one of the events that maybe took us back to Sumeru. Because we've been back to Sumeru a few times. Like when we did the fungus battler thing, we went back to Sumeru for that at least twice, and there probably were more events as well.
早急に対策を考える必要がある。
僕の意見は君たちと同じさ。データを見る限り世界中は外部から攻撃を受けたというより、演算処理どうやって修復するかを考える前に、まずは
俺たちには世界中に接続する権限がないが、地脈を介した情報収集ならできるだろう。まった、もしや地雷戦のやつ、それに
スラサタンな聖書では、宗神様が自らを情報の流れの中心に置かざるを得なかったと。世界中はスメールの平和だけでなく、テイワット全土にも影響を与えるものです。私たちは
つまり世界中が完全に修復、
あくまでそういう
確かにその可能性はあるが、万策が尽きるまでは
Yeah. Because it's like, sure, having a contingency plan would be nice, but like, this is the Ermin Soul being destroyed, which is its importance to the world is crazy. Like, it'd be hard to predict how fucked the world would be, and even still, while it might be possible to save it, dedicating any amount of resources to anything but saving it would be silly, right? Maybe after you've exhausted all the approaches to save it, and you're like, okay, well, we literally have no idea what we can do. We're basically fucked. Then at that point, since you have nothing better to spend your energies on, working on contingency plans would be better.
コレイ、最初に今回の問題を察知したのは
でも
外部から攻撃された痕跡がないのなら疲労によるものの可能性はないだろうか。
その可能性はあるな。だがもしそうなら世界中は
賢者様、大マハマトラ様、話の途中にすまない。ちょっとトラブル？移動の途中、スメールシティに問題が起きることを信じず、
人数は
十数人だ。セクラが偵察中に見つけたんだが、俺たちが駆けつけた時にはもう生きてるのは2人だけでな。
そいつらがいた場所は
安名遊郷の近く、
キャラバン宿駅からそう。
先生、
分かっている。世界中の混乱による影響が現れ始めたのだろ
う。ジュライセンさんも同じことを言ってた。
俺が様子を見てこよ
う。俺も入れてくれ。こんなと。
では別行動と行こう。
I'm actually kind of surprised. Like my assumption is that when Nahida said that she would be, working in the Ermin Soul, when I saw her in the machine, I thought she was going to help us get into the Ermin Soul. So I thought our shit would be. Oh, maybe that's why they didn't have it. But yeah, I kind of thought our I thought our
先生、急いで出てきたか。
もちろんだ。私の下で研究をしたがる者は山ほどいるとい。
もしそうなったら、
指定の絆が。
もちろん。
Oh wow, that's a lot of dialogue. I thought our. Is there anyone back here?
緊張しなくていいよ、これ。
So I thought, like, when that happened, it was going to be like, okay, they're going to send us into the Ermin Soul and we're going to do some shit. So the fact that, like, Nahida collapsed and we all left Sumeru, I'm like, oh, what? Or we all left the city. I was like, oh shit. Like, that's not what I was expecting. I was kind of expecting most of our journey to be within the Ermin Soul solving the problem. Us going in and then us having to navigate through like, memories and fighting, like, bad data in the form of monsters or something, like, oh look, here's some of the things that are causing issues, like maybe some sort of virus, and we have to be fighting that. So the fact that there's like this much setup where we haven't actually like done anything,
とにかく大火事の夢だったこと。
どうやら今回の夢は偶然で。キャラバン宿駅まで来れば。
So yeah, so the fact that the fact that she collapsed and then we all evacuated, I'm like, huh, shit. Because my assumption was always that Nahida was going to be the one helping us get into the Ermin Soul, and maybe that does happen. Like maybe Nahida recovers enough, she gets stocked up on a little more energy, and was like, okay, well, since this is happening, she might take us to there. She might take us back to the machine, hop in, and then send us in at that point. And, like, realistically, that is definitely more doable. Like, the only reason why she got fucked is because she was trying to basically replace the Ermin Soul's calculations and do the calculations themselves. So, if she doesn't need to do that, then she might be fine, right? If she's just hopping in the machine to help us get into the Ermin Soul, then that's probably far less taxing. So she could do it. I don't expect it to be one of these situations where she's going to be like, I'm going to have to reconnect to the machine, and then she dies because of it. It's like, I don't think the connection wasn't the problem. The problem was that she was expending too much of her own power to do the calculations that the Ermin Soul was unable to do. And she basically just overloaded herself. Anyway.
僕の知る限り誰の仕業かはわからないけど
Yes, I was gonna say, when they said that, I'm like, yeah, Doctora, right?
あのさ、家を離れている間は
もちろんだ。
助かった。いや待てよ。
この件に関して俺は一貫して公平だ。君が買ってきた酒、
あれは立派な提案だ。誰にだって金に困る時くらいあるだろ。それにそういえばスメールシティの
何を盗まれる心配をしている？
あ、言われるまで忘れていた。あの絵、家の一番目立つ場所に飾ってあるんだ。
あの絵は店に並んでいた時も誰一人見向きもしない。
何言ってるんだ。もし僕、
その時はそいつに一杯おごってやればいい。例の高級な酒で。
君って。
Okay, is that the only NPC, the only named people we see? I assume we're not supposed to go that way, so I'm assuming that they're not going to be any, oh. Okay, never mind. I was just going to use her to pop here, but obviously they gave us... They gave us thingies to zip through. Yeah, my guess is that psychosis is brought on by, the psychosis is probably brought on by them trying to, by, his mind is probably being overflooded by memories. So that's the whole thing, is that, like, the Urban Soul is like processing souls or whatever. And so, and it's managing the ley lines, which are just like full of memories and stuff. Kind of like the live stream in Final Fantasy VII. And so, I bet the overflow is causing his mind to be overflowed with memories from a bunch of other people, and that's driving him insane.
Mm. 地脈の湧き出し口に咲く花子。こんな色。咲いているのはここだけか。いいえ、遠くの方にも。あちこちに咲いてるわ。
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, like, I mean, we know that like to get experience and money, there are these like ley line blossoms, and they call them like ley lines. And in fact, like when they have the event where they double the rewards from them, it's called ley line overflow. I never even actually like thought about that. But it's like, yeah, so that's what those blossoms are. It's taking the power from the ley lines and condensing it into experience. Well, I mean, money's kind of weird, but you could argue that one gives you experience, right? So it's like you're getting your mind flooded with the memories of the people, and then that gives you the experience you need to level up, right? You become a stronger fighter because you are flooded with memories of strong fighters. For the money, it could be that it just condenses it as something we sell, right? So we obviously get money the second we open it, but it could be that that is being gamified, in which case the gold ley lines are actually producing some sort of like substance, which we then just sell. You know, or maybe not even just like right then and there, but it could be a substance we keep on our person, and the more increase we get is just its value, right? So it's like getting like a pound of silver. It's like we're still holding the pound of silver in our pocket, but its worth is, like 500,000 mora. So then our mora increases by 500,000, but we're actually keeping that pound of silver on our person. And when we need to spend the 500,000, we just, that's when we trade in the silver for it, something like that. So we could be getting some sort of object. And rather than just telling us, okay, well, here's a variety, like, because they could do it like other games do, where it's like, oh, here, this gives you this object. It has no purpose. The only purpose of this object is to sell it to a shop to increase your money. There's lots of games that do stuff like that, where it's like, oh, yeah, here's the thing that's worth 100. Here's a thing that's worth 500. Here's a thing that's worth 1,000. And then as you fight, you collect a ton of these things, and then next time you're in a shop, you sell them all, and that's where you get your actual money, rather than like the actual monsters dropping cold hard cash. It's stuff like that. So that could be how it's done. But they just, because like it's just a hassle, right? It's a hassle to have to go have no money, but then be piled up with a variety of objects that you need to go in and sell. So they just gamify it and be like, you know what, fuck it. We're just going to give you the value and more that it's worth, and you don't have to worry about it.
数年ぶりに実地講義隊か。異常な地脈の花にはなぜ問題が生じたのかの情報が秘められておるはずじゃ。アルキンリ、君も手伝ってくれ。一緒に課題に取り組むのは。ぐずぐずしてる暇はない。
何か手伝えることはあるか？
助っ人は必要か？後でキャラバン宿営。
I always thought that was a little weird, right? Where it's like, I understand why it doesn't have any memory, like because it doesn't know who we are. Oh, damn. Because it doesn't know who we are, like we're not logged in the Irminsul. But I don't see how it stops it from affecting us afterwards, right? You know, like because like our brother is logged in the Irminsul, so clearly you can be connected to it. Although maybe it's not a simple process, and maybe like it was the heavenly principles that actually connected it. So like, if you have a god doing it, then maybe it works then.
これがオアシスの心のはずよ。火種を使って灯せばアペプの元素力、そうすれば。
Oh, interesting. So we could use a pet maybe.
どうした？何か思いついたのか？本当か？
Oh, I thought we were gonna get a pet to help us go into the Irminsul. Like, I thought we were. Oh, that's interesting. Because they had those blooms. I thought we were gonna do something in those blooms. I thought the whole purpose was like, oh yeah, there's that stuff in the distance. We're gonna like. I thought we were gonna like fight or something. So it is interesting that we just have a little revelation come straight back.
もう少し遅かったら探しに行って。
人がどんどん増えてきたな。
進展があったから一度状況を。
地脈の花を解剖して得られた手がかりによると、世界樹の内部で異変が起き、そして送信様の力以外にも実は世界樹に接続。
もしかして。
Yeah, the Akasha terminals.
アーカーシャ
Or the Akasha terminals. That's the weird thing, though, is that, like, I thought the whole point was that the Akasha terminals connect to the machine that Nahida was in, and it was Nahida herself that was connecting it to the Irminsul. Because that was the whole thing, is that she had to be, like, she was basically stuck in that machine because she had to act as a relay for those terminals. So the terminals themselves don't work. They don't instantly connect to the Irminsul. They were just connecting to the machine she was in, and she was the one who connected them. So, I don't see...
アーカー社のメインシステムは確かに停止したけど、どこぞの誰かさんは仕事中に暇を持て余して。
誰のことを言ってるのか。
他人を褒めるのが気恥ずかしいのなら無理に褒めなくて。
こいつを持ち上げるのは尺だが、頭の良さは認めざるを得ない。今のスメールにはアーカー社。
Although not forgetting what you read has nothing to do with intelligence. Right? Your ability to remember is because people like to think that if you're knowledgeable, you're intelligent. That's not the case. Intelligence is how quickly you think. So if you want to put it into computer terms, your intelligence is how fast your CPU is. Your intelligence is represented by your CPU. If you have a fast CPU, if you have a multi-core CPU that can do multiple things at once, like that's what your intelligence is, and that's what intelligence rates, is how quickly you think. Knowledge is like your hard drive, your SSD. It's where you store information. Even a complete moron can remember everything, right? You know, you can have a perfect memory but be completely stupid. Now, obviously, it helps you more if you're smart, because you not only can you think very well, but you also have a huge repository of information with which to use. So
確かアーカー社を動かすには神の
鋭いね。神の心はアーカー社の
oh, I see. Forgot about that.
それが失われている今、別の方法で補わないといけ
I
ない。
mean, forget that I used that as a power source, but I also thought, so that makes it seem, well, it's still a bit, like, sure, if we can find a source of dendro to replace it, we could power it back up. But I'm pretty sure, wasn't Nahida stuck in that machine? Now, it could be that she was stuck in the machine because she had the Gnosis, and they're like, well, we need the Gnosis to be in here, and we can't have the Archon away from their Gnosis, so we just left her and the Gnosis in the machine. But I always thought she was the one actually doing the connection between the Akasha terminals and the Irmin Soul itself. But maybe the machine itself does it.
沈黙の伝をまだ覚えてる？あそこは今、キングデシャレト文明に関する知識を最も高く。
先生や他の賢者たちと話し合った結果、世界中の混乱による影響は、これから僕たちは砂漠へ移動する。学者たちは道中はエルマイト旅団が護衛。
さて、残す。
ああ、宗神様の容体はあまり芳しくない。
実はさっき別々に。
本当か。
へえ、さすが。
アムリタの専門家はどう？
理論上は可能だよ。君たちの話によると、元素生命と元素力は別物だけど、ならアペプにその意志さえあれば、自身の力、
協力さえ得られれば可能性はあるということか。問題は
And like finding her. It's like obviously we can fight Apep as part of a weekly boss, but like presumably after we interacted with them and helped restore their power, they kind of like fucked off, right? Like, would they really just be chilling at the same location? How would we know where to find Apep, right? Like, we found Apep before, but it was also in a different state. So now that it has its Dendro power restored, you know, what's to keep it anywhere near where it was? It could just be wandering the world now.
今ナヒーダは危険な目に遭ってるんだ。にして。
現状。
どん詰まりだった状況より同感だよ。もし世界樹に頼らずに、善は急げだ。早速先生に事情。学者は沈黙の伝へ行って、アーカー社の問題を解決する方法を探す。エルマイト旅団は。
Well, also, I mean, like, Apep, if Apep is a big pile of Dendro energy, Apep could also, you know, help us, provide us with a Dendro battery we could throw into the Akasha terminal, or into the Akasha machine, to power it for a brief, because we only need a slight connection to it. But yeah, I always kind of assumed that Nahida herself was going to just bring us into the Irmin Soul, because, like, we were in the Irmin Soul before. I think we were. I thought we saw Nahida hug the alternate Nahida, who was the Greater Lord Kusanali. I thought we saw that in the Irmin Soul. So, like, Nahida brought us into the Irmin Soul, and that was kind of like the whole issue with Sumeru. And when we first arrived, there was this, like, incense that that basically was able to, like, send us into the Irmin Soul, or gave us super trippy dreams where we were, like, in the Irmin Soul. I thought that was the whole thing. So, like, I thought we were especially sensitive to that stuff. And so we were in the Irmin Soul, I think. I don't think it was a cutscene where it was just Nahida down there. I thought we were down there too. But we were also in an Akasha terminal. So it's possible, because like that was the whole thing, is that we were also the one who dreamed and saw Nahida in our dreams, you know, managing all the people with Akasha terminals. So we had an Akasha terminal at that time, so it's possible that we also had it on while that Archon quest was happening. And so maybe that's how, the medium, that's how we were able to get into the Irmin Souls, because she was still using the terminal to do so. Because she only ever gave up the Gnosis after everything was over with the negotiation with the Doctore.
それも召喚音。
いや、これは
何が違うんだ？
よりかっこいい。
確かに。
実にタイミングのいい引用だね。じゃあ。
ティナリから事情は聞いている。君たちが話し合った計画に私も賛成だ。だがそれらを同時に進めるのは難しい。民衆の移動には途中で2人は宗神様を連れて先に向かってくれ。感謝してもしきれないな。お互い。
よし、それじゃあ出発しようぜ。旅人パイもちょっと時間いいか。すぐ終わるから。
It's also the kind of thing is, wouldn't it be a good idea to go get Nuvalet? Like Nuvalet and Opep are both ancient dragons. Well, I mean Nuvalet's not that ancient, but Nuvalet is also a dragon, an elemental dragon. It could be that if we were with Nuvalet, Opep would be more likely to see us.
これ実は師匠に昔言われたんだ。問題を提示した後はみんなの話についていこうと。私なりに頑張ったけど。ひひ、その気持ちおいらもわかる。
Yeah, exactly. Spymon's never understands anything.
そんな時こそパイモンのノートすめ。おいらたちが冒険の中で見たり聞いたりしたことがいっぱい
Oh, interesting. Are they gonna actually show us this? Because basically, the thing is, I was already like, I can't remember who Isaac is, right? Like, did we meet him as part of the Archon quest? Was he part of a world quest? Hard to tell. It's been so long, I've just kind of forgotten. And I imagine that's the case for a lot of people too. Anyone who's been playing Genshin since the beginning, or at the very least, anyone who's been playing since Sumeru appeared, right? It's been 3 years since then. So, you know, it's been 3 years since then. A lot of people are gonna forget what happened. So it is nice that they have a refresher. Now, obviously, I would love if the game decided to do a quest replay mode, where you could go back and replay quests. Any quest. It would be lovely to be able to redo a world quest and Archon quest and all that shit. And story, and like a character quest. But I understand how much of a pain in the ass that would be. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's actually really a cool idea. So it's basically... God damn it. She decided to say something, and now because I opened the fucking menu that instantly appeared when it... That's fucking annoying. What was this? Quest overview. Oh, there it is, guiding notes. Oh, interesting. This is not exactly what I was thinking it would be. Oh, I see. Because it's like, it's weird that they don't mention she had Eleazar, right? Like that was that was one of her big things, and I think that's the reason why she has that connection to the Ermin Soul and was seeing those dreams, because of her past Eleazar affliction. So it's kind of weird that they don't mention it. But you could think of this as like, this is basically like Paimon writing down important bits about their character. You know, not what happened with them, but who they are as a person. You know, like this one doesn't mention who was like hired her, or the stuff we've done with her, which means this is kind of useless. I mean, it's kind of interesting, you know. Yeah, then that mentioned that she hired... I don't know, yes. So they said she was suffering from Eleazar, but so was Cole. Why didn't they mention that about her? You know? Also, why didn't you mention that Dunyarzad is the one who's hired Dea as a bodyguard, right? You know, to show that there was a connection between the two of them. Okay, you mentioned he was a once deadly foe. I mean, yes, once deadly foe. You could also mention he was one of the harbingers. Yeah, sure, deadly foe. Deadly foe doesn't mean shit, though, right? You could mention he was one of the harbingers, and he was almost made into a god himself in that huge machine. So I do think some of these, I think it focuses too much on them and who they are as people, and not like the things that they've done. Isn't the whole point of this supposed to be kind of telling us, oh yeah, like, okay, so it's not the. Oh, okay. I did see that. I did see someone like talk about Deshret's seven pillars, or Deshret's seven pillars, which Thoth was one of them. And I did see they showed all seven of them. They showed like images of all of them, and Uphep was one of them. Like, what? Why would Uphep help at all? Because it says Dendro Dragon Sovereign stands opposed to King Deshret. So then why the fuck was he one of the seven pillars? Oh, okay. This is saying okay. So basically, it's something he did himself to be like, yes, I'm going to put the Dragon Sovereign as one of my pillars to make people think that it's on my side, even though it's not. Oh, this is incredibly basic. Oh, we have to take and heat it? Wait, what? Why do we have to go talk to this person then? In the first place? Why would we... Did I need to do that, or did I just... No, yeah. Oh, cool, it's one of these events. Yeah, so this is the second desert area. Oh, what the fuck? It's actually... We were able to find it super easily. I did not expect us to find it super easily. You know, because like we fought it in a dune elsewhere. I kind of thought it might have left. Surprised it's still here. Also, it's like, why is the Dendro Dragon suffused with the Dendro energy, chilling in a desert, which basically has no life? You'd think it would go to like the rainforest or something. Wouldn't it want to be around thriving plant life?
たとえ遠く離れておっても我らの故郷を奪った者たちが今や自分笑ってる場合じゃないぞ
Why was this the last one highlighted? Yeah, I'm kind of curious. It gave me the notes. Oh, I see. It just allows me to look it up in the middle of things.
世がブエルを助ける理由がどこに
アペプ、もし本当かつて神に助けられた屈辱を注ぐのはあなたにとって
その理由世がアフマルにはめられ
Oh, interesting. So this is obviously the correct reason. So it does beg the question of shit. I bet it's one of those things where if I'd chosen the wrong stuff, there would have been more dialogue. So if I chose the wrong one, it would have been like, that's nothing, I don't give a shit. And then they would have given us the options again, maybe even removing the one we chose before. So I maybe missed out some extra dialogue by not intentionally picking the wrong ones.
敵からの哀れみなど侮辱小さなブエルそして小さな人間またこれか吸い込まれるぞ
Oh, was it going to be another, like... Oh, that was that? Oh, yeah, that was inside of the Dendro Dragon, I think. The place where we fight. And that's why it was all withered away and shit. Is because she was being corrupted by the Dendro energy, or by the Forbidden Knowledge. And us fighting in there was able to purify it. And so what we fought wasn't the dragon itself, but like some aspect of itself within its own body.
これで良いだろう。オアシスの心が、だが、あらかじめ言っておこう。彼女の存在は、世界樹と深く、礼は不要だ。偽りの気遣い。竜王の力は、汝らが想像するよりも、はるかに強大なものだ。オアシスの心が枯渇していたとき、
それならよかった。
ずいぶん好かれておる。今のは心。ああ、あの木は天理が植えたものではない。
Oh, interesting. I kind of assumed as much because it's intertwined with the ley lines, and it's not like the Heavenly Principles created the ley lines. Because like if the Heavenly Principles created the ley lines, it would have been much easier for them to recreate Natlan's ley lines. But it seemed like, I mean, they're able to do it because that was the goddess of death said that they would have the ability to recreate them, but it would just destroy all the memories of the current one, and that's why they wanted to avoid it, doing it unless as the last resort.
あの頃、それはその姿もその役割も今とはまるで異なる。天理が世界樹を奪い、手を加えて人間のために利用したのだ。天理、神々の神、ヘドが出る。汝らで憂さを晴らしたところでどうにもな。だがいつの日か木が熟した時、世はすでに感じておる。まだ顔を合わせたことはないが、我らが日夜復讐の準備を進め。
I mean, Nuvela didn't seem like that, but obviously, Uphep is just basing it off of their own ideals. They're like, oh, well, this is what I would do, therefore that's probably what they're doing. Everyone, even humans, act like this. The people who think other people are lying the most are liars. The people who lie consistently also assume and doubt the veracity of things told to them. So people who lie all the time will think that even if someone is a very truthful person and never lies, they will still think that they're lying if they say something they don't personally agree with, because they are liars themselves. And so we just kind of naturally base our assumptions of others on ourselves. So it's like whatever we would do are things that we would think other people do. And conversely, we would not expect the unexpected, which obviously makes sense, right? Like, you don't know the crazy things people could do if you're not crazy yourself. Unless of course, you've seen it and you're like, oh, I've seen or heard news of someone doing something like this. I would have never thought that possible. I would never even for a million days think why people would do something like that. You know? Stuff like that. That is interesting, though, because obviously we have 2 of the 7 dragons with their power restored. I am kind of curious about the other ones, right? What about is the fire dragon still alive? Actually, yeah, there's a Natlan questline I haven't done for somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I don't have the icon for it in my avatar menu. Like the icon exists in the avatar menu, but it's grayed out, so I haven't done it. And I can't remember actually completing my Terpletosaur's quest. You know, like I remember we were involved with him, but I can't remember actually like solving the thing. So it does beg the question, like, yeah, is maybe that dragon, maybe that Terpellosaur is going to be the new fire dragon? Maybe that's what I was setting up. But But then, like, what about the Electro Dragon? Like, was the snake that was destroyed, was that the Electro Dragon? I don't think so. I think it was just another god. But then, like, who is the Electro Dragon? Is Zhongli the Geo Dragon? Because, like, he had the form of Rex Lapis, which was a dragon. So was he the original Geo Dragon? Or is he a true god? Like, is he a god in the sense like Nahida and the rest of the Archons are? And there actually is an Earth Dragon somewhere as well. Was Ashtaha supposed to be the Earth Dragon? And we just beat the shit out of him? So he's too weak?
先ほどから砂嵐が来た。また新たな災厄が訪れ、ブエルは世のもとにいるゆえ、言ったはずだ。
Oh, I thought it was going to be Lillipar, the little jar, the gin jar.
大きな声を出すな。それはしまっておけ。
Wait a minute. It's actually hang inverted from the. One of them is unique. It's interesting. I wonder what that means. So is that the thing that I don't know why she would think that was like, I don't remember that thing at all. Like, have we ever seen an object like that? Like, why would you instantly think that was Nahida? That is interesting, though. So, like, when they say gods, do they mean Archons, or do they mean, like, the four gods? Right? The heavenly principal gods. Are they only considering those as actual gods and the Archons not? Because, like, Archons are also referred to as gods, but hard to say. And, like, we have seen inverted statues as well, too. We have seen inverted statues of, like, even early on, like, very, very early on, we saw inverted statues in the, stuff like the Abyss was worshipping and shit like that. There was, like, an inverted statue, and we went to this realm. I think it's actually might be, it was one of the interlude quests with Dainsleif, and we might have briefly seen our brother there appear and then disappear, and then we had to run away. And then I think also with Cherubert as well, there was another quest line with one of the Cherubert's father as one of the great sinners, and I think we were in a location that also had an inverted statue.
Ha, Seno-sama.
戻ったか。宗神様の容体は。
そうか。よかった。
ジンニーだ。無数のジンニーが。
Oh, interesting. Oh, I see. They added a new one. That's interesting though, because like, actually, wait. Let me just double check. Okay, no, that was the same. And nothing was new was added to this. So I guess that was it. Only was only highlighted because it was a new thing, and you've never gone to that menu from there. Now it'll flag it whenever there's something new added. Yeah, because we know one of the Jinn in the jars, Lillipar.
ティナリやコレイたちは手伝いのためアール村へ戻った。暴走して悪いことが重なるね。間
違いなく。
Oh, are we gonna see? Because I'm pretty sure I heard that we're gonna meet Jet again, and so people were saying like, hey, before you do this quest, before you do the Archon quest, make sure to go do Jet's quest, which is actually going to be kind of tough because Jet's World's Quest was actually insanely long because it started in the first Sumerian desert area and we had to get access slowly by exploring multiple ruins. So the World Quest actually traipsed you all around the first desert area. I think culminating in going inside the big pyramid and doing something at the very top of it, and then also going into the little side pyramid that was closer to Ravan Rabet, where her father sacrifices herself and all that shit. And then, that was just the first desert area, then she reappears in the second desert area, and the world quest around there is, and more with the Jinn and all that shit. So she's heavily involved with that, but I don't think you could do that quest until you had done the first desert area quest, I think. Obviously, I don't know, because I had already done the first, so her quest appeared immediately for me, because I had already done the first one. So I'm not sure if you could do the second one directly, but I would doubt it, because like the whole reason she was even there was because she had no father. She was like, yes, I'm now living with this clan of desert people because my father is no longer here because of the end of the events of the first desert area world quest involving her. So one would assume you have to do that. So like, it's pretty involved because like the first desert area, you get a book and you have to slowly unlock access. And as you get more access unlocked within the book, it allows you to open more doors in the ruins throughout the first desert area. And so you have to like slowly go through and investigate a lot of places before you finally have full access and are able to open up the final pyramid and her father can sacrifice himself. So it's like, and that's not even the final access. If you get full access, then you can actually pop back in. And I think there's an achievement unlocked for going back in after he has done that. Either way, you don't see him, I don't think, at all. Not even his body. I think he's just not there. But you do get an achievement for going back. But you need full access. So you don't need full access to get into the pyramid because the shit happens and you get kicked out, and so you couldn't get back in immediately. But there was additional quests you could do to unlock full access, which then will allow you to go back in. But yeah.
もしバラーズリーがここにいたら、もっと具体的に説明。
Yeah, Lillipar.
ジュラバドこそ私の
Lillipar?
運命の地。この都に戻らなければいけない。我が主よ。申し訳あり。
Basically, we get that little jar in the second desert area. So as part of doing Jet's world quest, we meet the little jar, the little Jinn in a jar, and it helps us navigate the second desert area before finally finding the domain of the goddess of flowers.
人人以外の存在にも警戒。
そこにいるのは
そう考えるのが自然だろう。俺たちがキャラバン宿駅に着くなり、世界中の混乱の影響が近くまで広がった。ただの偶然で片付ける。安心しろ。オイラたち随分。
Oh, that's new.
ジンニーの影響
I remember seeing those bird-like things before. I'm actually curious. So we're obviously wearing our new outfit, right? But I'm wearing the new outfit in my I'm wearing the new outfit in the game. So I'm curious if I was wearing the old outfit, would it automatically swap me to this outfit during this cutscene? Or so basically my question is it accurately representing the clothes you've chosen to wear? Or is it going to be that in cutscenes, in Archon quest going forward, we're going to be wearing the new outfit? So I'm kind of curious about that. Ah, shit. Oh, no, last save within a minute. Okay, cool. I was going to say, I didn't see the little saved icon, but I wanted to take a break. It's been about an hour. So, yes, I think their new checkpointing system is amazing. This is exactly what I wanted. Oh, fuck. Oh, wait, no, that doesn't give me credit. This is the... Okay, yeah, I heard Paimon Midge yapping about that. Okay, let's pop in here real quick. But yeah, so I have some... I've been walking for about an hour, so it's obviously time to chill. So I'll just quickly do these while I'm logged in and remember. But yeah, so this has been a fun, interesting quest. I love the throwbacks. The guide was interesting. I thought it would be better though. I thought what the whole point of that thing was going to be recounting the stuff we've done with them. To be like, here's Dea. Here's a little bit about them. Here's a little bit about Dea, and then also here's some of the things we've done with Dea, shit like that. But like, they don't even mention that she's working with Derziad or something. So they don't mention that, which is like, I don't quite understand why you didn't mention that. Like, it doesn't mention, even when looking up her, it mentions Eleazar, but it doesn't mention that she is also a close friend with Dea, and Dea is her bodyguard. They don't mention that, which is kind of weird. It's like, because that's like, they were pretty much always seen together, because she was her bodyguard. So it's like, why wouldn't you at least mention that to kind of let us know there's a relationship between the two of them, And same for like Kole. You mentioned Derziad had Derziad or whatever. She had Eleazar, but you didn't mention Kole had Eleazar as well. So I'm just like, well, why wouldn't you mention that? Like, that seems important. Because like, that would explain why Kole is one of the few people who can do what she's doing. That would explain why Kole is able to do all this shit, is because she has this connection with the Irminsul through her former affliction of Eleazar. But anyway, so that's beside the point. So yeah, I was kind of hoping it would be a little bit more, I like that they have a description of who they are as a person, but I kind of wish they also included more events of the stuff we've done with them, to be more of a refresher, to be like, hey, you might not remember this, but here's some of the things you've done with this character as well, But it's whatever. It's better than nothing, for one. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.